Ganadhipati, Tulsi's Jain Engineering College.
Om Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambam Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Mesata. A very good and warm morning to everyone assembled here, and it is one pleasure to welcome you all to this wonderful program, Recorners 13. It is mark of a tradition to invoke the Almighty at the beginning of an important event, like the great philosopher Soren once said, the function of prayer is not to influence God, but rather to change the nature of the one who prays. I request everyone to stand for the prayer, followed by the Tamithai Varthu. Shatru Buddhi Vinashaya Deepa Jyotir Namostute. Light is considered as a symbol of auspiciousness, prosperity, and abundance. Light brings brightness with it and removes the darkness. Light makes it possible to see things clearly. I now request all the dignitaries on the dais to light the lamp and symbolically inaugurate this program. Thank you all. I would like to invite Professor G. Ilanjeriya Pandian, HOD, CSE, to formally welcome the gathering.
Respected Managing Trustee, respected our Secretary Amarchand Jain, respected Principal P.V. Ramakrishna, respected our CEO Mr. T.V. Parthasarathi, respected our Chief Guest Dr. R. Saravanan, and my dear colleagues, dear professors, HODs, lecturers, students and student participants from various colleges. Very good morning to all of you and warm greetings on behalf of GTech and my own behalf of. Today we have our chief guest of honor, Dr. Saravanan from VIT University. Warm welcome to you, sir. And warm welcome to dignitaries on the dais and off the dais. Warm welcome to invitees, press, my dear colleagues and student participants from other colleges and all others for their gracious presence. So here I want to tell one thing to the student. The hard work is need to the student to achieve their goal. What is hard work? We do not have any alternative for a hard work. Path of success is not easy or not swift. Everybody has to go through scratch. There is no magic which can make wonders in one night. We have to take efforts, planning, rigorous follow-up, and then only good things can come up. If you have missed anything in your life, don't fill your eyes with tears. It may hide yet another beautiful things standing in front of you. So with this word, do the hard work to achieve your goal. Once again, I welcome one and all for this function. I wish all the success for this symposium. Thank you very much.
It's time to garland and offer bouquet to the dignitaries on the dais. I request the captain of a college, who is none other than our principal, Dr. B.V. Ramakrishna, to honor our chief guest, Dr. R. Saravanan, senior professor and dean, School of Information Technology, VIT, Vellore. Request Professor G. Ilanjeriya Pandian, Academic Dean and Head of the Department, to honor our beloved Principal. I invite Mr. S. Muthukumar to honor our CAO, Mr. T.V. Parthasarathi.
Today's words are tomorrow's history. The letter in this book has been brought from our talented students. Now we request our dignitaries to release the souvenir of our CSE department, Reckoners 2013. The primary objective of the Navy is to secure the nation's maritime borders. The full range of operations in which the nation's naval forces may be involved is vast, ranging from high-intensity war fighting at one end to humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations at the other end. And we are proud to have such a naval officer with us. Now I request the most distinguished personality, well-versed, shrewd personality, none other than our principal, to address the audience.
Very good morning to one and all present here. Shri Sugalchand Jainji, the Managing Trustee and Correspondent. He has started from Chennai, but because of the inclement weather and heavy rains for the past couple of days, I think he is not able to make it in time. This morning he gave me, just a few minutes back, he gave me a call and he has asked me to give the good wishes for this function. Next, our Honorable Secretary, Sri Amarchand Jainji, who is also away because of certain compelling reasons to stay put at home. The chief guest of the day, Professor Dr. R. Saravanan of VIT, Chief Administrative Officer, Sri T.V. Parthasarathy, Professor Iranjan Pandian, Dean Academics and Professor CSC, Professor MCA, and head of departments of various departments of DTech, faculty members of CSC, and my dear students. A very good morning to one and all. Chief Guest Sir, on behalf of the management, personally on my behalf, the faculty members, the administration, everybody, I extend once again a very, very warm welcome to you, sir. Thing is, I thought today here are the students of computer science and engineering. I wanted to clarify certain things. There is another branch known as information technology. I mean, what is the difference? Who is superior, who is inferior, or is same, is it more, less? This is all a myth. Myth means mooda nambike madiri dhaan. It is nothing but one and the same. That's why if you see at Delhi, we have a Minister for Information Technology. And then previously, there was Department of Electronics, where it was headed by a gentleman of Director Grade 1 level, directly under the Department of Science and Technology. Now what has happened is, today, the educationalist scientific community have realized computer science itself is part of information technology, and information technology cannot be differentiated from electronics. That's why the organization has been renamed as Department of Information Technology and Electronics. So they've amalgamated both. Today I cannot say a processor is different and software is different. Even for designing a processor, you have to build a software. And the software engineer has to know the hardware. The hardware engineer has to know the software, without which it is like a ship out of water or a non-swimmer inside the water. Now I thought, before that, how things went across, I want to give you certain few photographs, evolution of computers. So can I have that PowerPoint presentation, please? Just 5 or 10 slides. You want to go on for 5 minutes? Yeah, just. You know, we all talk about IBM. What is IBM? International Business Machines, where they had mechanical calculators first designed, long time back. And this was the first one of the mechanical computer. Next person was very prominent in the evolution of computers for us was none other than Conrad Zuse, He was between 1910 and 1955, and this was known as electromechanical device. Today we are in the world of digital electronics, whereas that time it was known as analog computers, where they had relays and other things, electrical devices clubbed or coupled with mechanical devices, where they used to do certain operation by way of gears, and the gears used to rotate the numbers and then used to get the numbers. Whereas today it is a question of LED displays. That's all. That's what is advancement of. That's why I say information technology and electronics cannot be separable. It is not separable. Next person, Juice 3 and Juice 4 are the computers. So see the size. Today we talk of computers, palm-held computers, just size of your palm. Samsung has come out with latest mobile technology embedded with computer, the size of a watch, which is 1.5 inches by 1.5 inches. Are you aware of it? Just it is released only in Europe 2 weeks back. It's going to storm the market. ENIAC in 1946, because why I am trying to say is, all you people, it is not only what your computer knowledge, certain history of computers is a must when you go for a personal interview, or when you go for, say, a written exam. In your interview, certain amount of background is also asked. ENIAC is nothing but electronic numerical integrator and computer integration. Imagine the number of wires. This computer is not even 1 by thousands or 1 by 10,000s capability of what the present day Pentium, dual-core, multi-core processors, what they do. Next came was EDVAC, electronic discrete variable automatic computer. By then, what has happened? The era of valves have come. From valves with valves and tubes, slowly the transition for transistors also started. That's why the size got reduced. The first computer in US, the master computer, it was almost the size of your Mahavir block. Just imagine how comfortable you are today. I bring my laptop, I give a presentation. Next comes this IAS machine. The IAS machine is developed in 1952 by none other than von Neumann. For all your few computer science students, when I say von Neumann, bell should ring like jingle bells of Christmas in your mind. Today, every architecture, because computer organization architecture is a must for either ECE or computer science or IT people. The concept of that architecture was none other than von Neumann's architecture is the one it is being followed today. It shall be followed also for future, where it will have its own processor will have its own arithmetic logic unit or whatever combinations with input, output and that. This basic structure was created by, and he is von Neumann. He developed it in 1952 and it was known as Institute of Advanced Studies of Computers. Next. This was the first Intel 4004 chip. We talk, today even CSC students, you talk of electronic devices and circuits in first year. In that the main thing is transistors. There is the one which is giving life to the computer. Click. This 4004 only had 2300 transistors only. Only 2300 transistor, and the size of the chip itself was almost 2 inches by 2 inches. Today we are talking of microchips, VLSI. Not only VLSI, you are going to get ultra large scale integration. ULSI is going to be the future. Nanotechnology. Next. Speed was only 108 kilohertz. Click. This is the first computer. This looks like the same thing, You go to Sarvadam Bhavan. He clicks your bill for your food. This was the first microcomputer developed in the world. Next slide. Then came Pentium 4. Imagine only 2300 from there in Pentium 4, we have jumped up to 55 million transistors. 55 million. 1 million is 1 followed by 6 zeros. 55 means 5.5 followed by 7 zeros. In the earlier case, half of 5.5 is 2.3 and only followed by 3 zeros. Where is 3 zeros and where is 7 zeros? This is again when? In 90s. 90s or late 90s, 97, 98, that's where the dual processors started coming up. Next, Itanium. It has 25.4 million transistors. Again, if you see the architecture inside, it's von Neumann architecture itself in the processor. Next, ADM Optron, 100 million transistors. What is the size? That's all, size of your stamp. Size of your stamp is the processor, which is what is going to go. Next come, Itanium 2 processor has got 221 million. My God. And this is what is known as the gentleman by name Mr. Moore. He gave known as Moore's law, how evolution of electronics has pushed computers to the pinnacles where it goes beyond the imagination of the human being, what a computer is capable of, what a computer can do, and what it shall and it will do. Next slide. This is what is Moore's law. Now, there is something known as NSA, National Security Intelligence Agency of US, or NSA, where there are supercomputers. It is only for the defense and intelligence purpose of what I call CIA, Central Intelligence Agency, or FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation. If you see that supercomputers are trillion transistors are there in the chip. That is the capability, because they require that. That's how it keeps on going. Now, what I'm trying to bring it across to you with this PowerPoint presentation is, please, for your sake, for your knowledge sake, for sake of computer science and engineering, do not become a bookworm of only learning coding. Coding means programming. In the outside world, if you go, they don't say I'm a programmer. The word used is coding. I code. This is the word you use. Don't become only a code man. Understand the intricacies of the hardware also. Reason being, gone are those days where somebody will program, somebody will design. Today is the concept of concurrent engineering. Concurrent engineering means a team is formed. The team is made up of all people, of all designs. Let me tell you one more fact of life. It may be a little bitter. உண்மைன்றது கொஞ்சம் கசப்பா இருக்கலாம். But if you have to remove the kasapu of that unmai, you have to do certain things extra also, because neutralize the kasapu, you have to put something else to neutralize it. Let me tell you, all of you are BE, CSC or BTech CSC. At the most what you can do MTech CSC, you can do PhD CSC. But you cannot go into other branches of engineering, namely civil, mechanical, electrical. Whereas all these people who are doing their BE, they are eligible to do their MTech computers. That's where the people are scoring than you. In that case, what I should do, as a computer science engineer, I should know what I am doing and I should be best at what I am. In addition to that, you have already got microprocessor and microcontroller. Most of the CSC students, you say microprocessor, microcontroller, they are afraid, they run away. Today's world, your Indiran, Vasikaran combination is nothing. I see movies that way. Is nothing but microprocessor and microcontrollers. It's what is going to rule the world. So your coding knowledge with that. Second more thing which is coming out is mechatronics. Okay, computer can give a signal. It can give a digital signal. That digital signal has to go into electronics. And the electronics finally has to give a physical movement. If you don't give physical to the movement, you don't get the activity done. So combination of your coding has to get converted into processing. And that processing has to come back into movement. That's why mechatronics is another great area. So my suggestion to you is, have thorough knowledge. At least when you
Today, computer systems are very cheap. You spend so much of money. Pick up some old computer, rip open the computer, see the parts by yourself, physically feel it, handle it. What is it? Go back to computer, Google it, find out what is it, update your knowledge. This is where you will be comparing yourself with BEC and MTech Computer Science. You will be equivalent as BE Computer Science, ME Computer Science. I am also equivalent with him because on my own I have learned electronics, on my own I have learned mechatronics. This is what I suggest because this is the real world situation. Next is I just wanted to, this I already spoke to the EC students a couple of days back. What the world is expecting out of us. I'm going to introduce two words known as SOP and LOR. HODs may bear with me because you heard it that day. For the sake of these young students, 500 odd students, I want to repeat it. This is exactly on 9 September, Pulliyar Pandiyaniki, Bangalore edition, the Educational Plus came in. So I just picked it up. I thought it is my duty to read it out. Can I come to the picture? In this picture, if you see a globe, nicely dressed up, one young lady and one young gentleman facing that side. We are trying to follow them by wearing a jeans or Bermudas or maybe a kurti. You know what is the combination of kurti? A jeans with the top of a chudidar is known as kurti. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Or maybe this man with a jeans and a collarless t-shirt. Fine. But then see what is there in their bags. You're only seeing the outer skin part of it. You're not seeing what is there in the bag. In the bag, when it comes, the boy is carrying a shoulder pack. First is no back in bachelor degree. I didn't say this. Hindu is the number one daily in India and even as far as Indians are concerned. New York Indians also read this Hindu. Next is academic research work. What is academic research work? Final year, I'll pull the hair of my father, pull the hair of my mother, take 15,000 rupees, out of which only 6,000 is for project, balance 9,000 is for my Goa trip or some other trip. This is the fact. Whether boys or girls, this is the truth. We tell lies to the father. There in the project, you have to include research work. This is what a world-class university or world-class education is looking at you. Next is, the boy is holding, come down. He is holding a bunch of papers. You know what are these? This is nothing but papers and publications made in international journals. Oh, somebody is giving a big gasp. Yes. They're looking not, okay, good. GTech seminar is good. But to IEEE, IETE standards, a paper published in international journal with ISSN or ISBN number, then only your publication is. You know, today to come to GTech and present a paper for the students which have come from outside, Google cut and paste, presentation over. An international paper takes anything between 1.5 years to 2 years to get qualified. Am I right, Professor, sir? An international paper either in Europe or America, it has to be published in their journals. Minimum incubation period is 1.5 to 2 years, where reviewed by 3 panels. And if you have that, you get a patent also for your knowledge. Intellectual property rights. Your intellect, your property will have a right. நம்ம நாட்டில் என்ன வெக்க கேடுனா 20 வருஷம் முன்னாடி வெள்ளக்காரன் வந்து நம்ம துளசி இலையும் நம்ம மஞ்சளையும் பேட்டன்ட் வாங்கி we have to fight in the international court of justice at Hague that tulsi and turmeric are Indian products, not from today, from Ayurveda days. We are losing control over the world. We have everything. Why is the question you have to ask yourself. Come back to this young lady, what she is holding. Just move it up. Back to the figure. Says it, leadership qualities of not two students going outside, half an hour, other girl students or boys students, half an hour we are friendly, after half an hour we'll scold each other or hit each other. That is not leadership qualities. You have to lead a team. When you go back to a company, initially you are a team member. If you are good, let me tell you, underline with bold, capitals, colored, everything. If you are good, within 6 months you are promoted as a team leader. Do you know that? Some people may take 6 years to, imagine the time difference between 6 months to 6 years to become a team leader. The people with no papers, people with no extra knowledge, all these things they become 6 years. People with the leadership qualities, they get into 6 months. And next is award for volunteering services. Today, for this function, there are a lot of student coordinators. This is what is known as voluntary services. They expect that because when you go to the outside world, here it is good, like small school children, whether boy or girl, they come, evening 5:30, they kick off the shoe. One shoe will go into the bedroom, one shoe will go into the kitchen, top, they lie down on the sofa, the mother comes and feeds the thing, and after that switch on the TV. You have to fend for yourself. We are lucky as Indians, protected by the parents till the time they are alive. America is different. France is the worst. The moment a child is between 60 to 70 years, the moment whether girl child or female child, finish school education, the child is booted out of the house. Go and stay in your own money for your food, shelter, clothing. We are lucky lot, but we are fooling our parents by not doing our work. Because as head of the institution, I wanted to say this, because reason is I am also a parent. The efforts taken by the parents, you will understand not today. When you are 45, 50, you will understand. Maybe that time I won't be alive. But you'll remember that, yes, this man, on 13 September 2013, he mentioned about this. My God, how true he was. I wish, why did not my antennas open up for receiving that? Now, SOP, what is the SOP? No. That is known as LOR. Letter of recommendation. Letter of recommendation from an academician or letter of recommendation from a competent professional is a must. So-and-so, BE, ME, PhD, member of IETE, member IEEE, member so-and-so, member so-and-so, member so-and-so, so many members. He puts a seal, says, I strongly recommend Miss so-and-so, Miss so-and-so, Mr. so-and-so, so-and-so for the course. You get extra credits. That's what is a letter of recommendation, what the foreign universities and MNCs see in you. Guru is always Guru. The day you start respecting a Guru, you become more than Guru. Start learning this at least at this age of life. Next is SOP. What is SOP? Statement of purpose. So what is the exact meaning of purpose in Tamil? Thevai. Statement of purpose. Unnoda thevaigalukku statement. Give it in writing. Statement of purpose. I want to go and work in TCS or Cognizant or Accenture or whatever it is. When you are locally, they may not ask. After picking you up at Bangalore or say Hyderabad or Chennai, if you have to be sent with a L1 or L2 visa to US, right? At that time, or H1B visa, work permit, at that time, they ask you what is the statement of purpose for you to be moved that side. If you can't pen down what is your statement of purpose, that means what is your mission, what is your vision, what is your aim, what is your goal, what results I will achieve, you will stagnate in Bangalore itself. You can't move out of Bangalore. So that is important. Next is, I just wanted to talk about, sir, you can move to the back to the dais, sir. Please. General reading is very important. How many of you recognize this book? This book is known as Reader's Digest. Right from 1970, almost when I was in 9th standard, I have been reading this book whenever I get time. This book has got, it enriches your word power, English, humor in uniform, humor in life, best articles, best things in life. In this is the edition of this month. What I do is, whenever this book comes, when I travel in the train between Vellore and Bangalore or Vellore and Chennai, I read this book. Story. It's a just 3-page story. This is basically in Kenya. Kenya is a third world country in Africa. There was a boy known as Marishet Dyers. This boy was studying in a school. This was in 1999. Generally, even in Africa, it's a poor country like us. When they see outsider, they try to go, give me something, give me something. So this man, who was known as Don Pinnock, who wrote the story, he thought this boy, young boy, came asking for some money. The boy said, no, I don't want money. If I have a ball pen, give me a ball pen. Because in my school, if I don't have a ball pen, they don't allow me to move. He said, luckily this Don Pinnock, another good or stupid chap like me, in his briefcase or in his computer bag, he had a bunch of pens and he gave the pens to him. And he told him, you are around 10, 12 years old. My daughter is also of the same age. He said, I'll write a letter to you. Don't write a letter to me. You exchange your ideas with my daughter and my daughter also will give. But today, unfortunately, in our thing is, when I say this, our students go into different dimension. They don't go into, no, it is not a laughing thing. It is not a laughing thing. What you're laughing at is at your own mother and father. What you're laughing at is at your own grandmother and grandmother. Now you laugh? You won't laugh now. Okay, are smiling. He said, then there was exchange of 2 letters. Afterwards, there were no letters. A boy from, and what he had was, like your friendship band, there was a band, omelette. Omelette means, நமக்கு வந்து நல்லது கொடுக்கின்ற ஒரு கயிறு. அந்த கயிறை வச்சு கட்டியிருக்காரு. What is that band? It has the tricolor of Kenya with a small one pebble or whatever it is to bring good luck to that gentleman, Mr. Don Pinnock. He asked him, what does red represent yellow? This boy was able to give only representation of 1 or 2 and said, I don't know what about green. That's all happened. Then after the exchange of these 2 letters, suddenly one day in October 2011, when Don Pinnock was driving his own car, he got a call from an unknown number. Should I pick up or not? Should I pick up or not? It kept on ringing up. And after that, it says this. Then he picked up. He says, hello, the voice, I'll read it out. Only the last paragraph. Hello, said the voice at the other end. Are you Don Pinnock? Sure, who are you? I am Marishet Dyers, who met you on the Nile Bridge in Ethiopia. Do you remember me? Of course I do. I found your phone number on your website. The line was so bad that I'm not able to talk to you. Could you kindly give me your email? Email is a creation again of you CSC people. I'll email you. And after that, there was an email. Dear Pinnock, I'm very pleased talking to you again. I tried many times to contact you by email and telephone, but it didn't work out until now. It was a blessing day because I didn't expect the phone would go through. Now, how are you doing since we have heard? Where is 1999, 2011? The email revealed that somehow Marishet had moved from Kenya to Holland. From Kenya he's moved to Holland, and from there he has moved to London. Next email comes, it says, I am at Brunel University. I am studying to be a chartered accountant. A pen can bring a big idea. Have big ideas. A small 1 rupee pen. It is not that 1 rupee pen what Mr. Don gave it to Marishet. It is his inquisition, it is his urge for him to study. He didn't want to miss the class even for a single day. He had his dream, big dream, that one day he has to move out of the dark Africa, go out to US, go out to Europe, go out to other countries and become something big. Children, I'm calling as a parent today. The world is waiting for you with open arms. Only if you have the courage, conviction, and the moral insight inside you, as Marishi Dyers. I'm sure, why chartered accountants? There will be some Bill Gates here in you itself. I don't want to take much time because our Professor Saravanan is already there to give you further information on that. With this, I request God Almighty to bless this particular function, CSC Symposium, and give you insight, give you forethought and right direction for you to march ahead in life and achieve all your dreams and goals and be happy in life. God bless the organization. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable speech by refreshing us about the evolution of computers and also inspired more to tune up our students regarding their career. We are eagerly waiting to know about the achievements and magnificent work of our chief guest. I would like to call upon Mr. M. Ramesh, lecturer of CSC department, to give introductory speech about our chief guest.
Respected dignitaries on the stage and off the stage, faculty members and dear students, good morning to one and all. The fine morning, I have a great pleasure of introducing our chief guest of this inaugural session, Dr. R. Saravanan, Senior Professor and Dean, School of Information Technology and Engineering, VIT University, Vellore. Dr. R. Saravanan completed his doctoral thesis in the area of approximation algorithm in 1997 at the Ramanujan Institute of Advanced Study in Mathematics and obtained the PhD degree from the University of Madras. He studied ME in the branch of Computer Science and Engineering at the College of Engineering, Guindy, Anna University, Chennai. He has a rich research experience in the area of algorithms and published more than 75 research papers in the peer-reviewed international journals and numerous research papers in national journals, international and national conferences. He served as an academic council member and a board of study member in many universities and autonomous colleges. He has about 2 decades of teaching and research experience. He is a life member of Computer Society of India, Cryptology Research Society of India, and Ramanujan Mathematical Society, and also he is a member of IEEE. 4 research scholars completed their PhD program under his guidance and supervision, and 10 more research scholars are carrying out their research towards their PhD. He is a doctoral committee member for many research scholars in Anna University. His area of research includes approximation algorithm, mobile computing, cryptology, and network security. Thank you.
Sharing our idea with others is the best way of creating more ideas. An idea can change a life, but the ideas of the technograph can change the course of the world. Now I would like to call upon our chief guest, Dr. R. Saravanan, to deliver his speech.